we are learning about DGE today. DGE is a trigraph. A trigraph is 3 letters that makes one sound. The only sound you're hearing with those 3 letters is a J sound, J. That is the soft sound of the G. And G will say J when there's an E, I, or Y after it. So you see that that G has an E after it. So that forces that G to say J instead of G. And then that D is silent. You don't hear the E, you don't hear the D, you only hear a J, J. So DGE says J. Now for spelling, when do you use a GE? Because this also says J. Look at the difference. So we have huge and we have fudge. So the ending of those words are both the same, huge and fudge. They both say J. So how do you know which one to use when you're spelling? The longer way to spell it, the one with that D, goes after a short vowel most of the time. Okay, so when you're spelling a word that has a short vowel sound, like a, e, a, if that vowel isn't saying its name, a, e, I, o, or u, then it's its short sound or a schwa sound. But if it's a short sound and you're spelling the j sound after it, spell it DGE. You're never going to have a word end with J. J doesn't come at the end of words. So your choices are GE or DGE. And DGE comes after a short vowel sound. Okay, so let's practice spelling. Oh, I got you, Ben. Yeah, I got you. Okay, so yes, I can say that again, Alyssa. So when you're spelling the J sound at the end of a word, don't use a J. Your choices are GE or DGE. GE or DGE. And look back up where I wrote DGE always comes after a short vowel sound when you're spelling, like bridge or hedge. The I is short and the E is short. So the J sound is spelled with the DGE. The longer way to spell it comes after the short vowel. The longer way to spell it comes after the short vowel. I'm glad you asked me to say that again because I'm sure you're not the only one who wanted me to repeat that. So thank you for saying that. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, so this first word we're going to do together. So we have, get your pencils ready. Wait a minute. Yeah, wait a minute. Okay, our word that we're spelling is Baytaj. Baytaj. So the sounds are B, A, T, A, J. Consonants. We spell the consonants first. B, A, T, A, J. Am I going to spell it with a J? Never. English words don't end with J. Our choices are a GE or a DGE. And this one always comes right after a short vowel. And since this is A, that's a short vowel, so we're going to use the DGE to spell the J sound at the end. I don't even have to know what the letter is to know what the sound is. A is a short vowel sound because it doesn't say its name. It doesn't say A, I, E, O, or U. If it's a short vowel sound, you're going to spell the J sound with a D, G, E. Now we can spell the vowels. Baytaj, B-A. Can I spell the A sound with an A right here? As long as there's another vowel, 1 or 2 doors away, that A can say its name. A. Can I spell it with an A? As long as there's not another vowel, 1 or 2 doors down, that A can make its short sound. So that is another reason why we put that D in there, so that that A can say A. Because if that wasn't there, then that A would say its name A, like in this word. This U gets to say its name because there's another vowel 1 or 2 doors down. But if I stuck a D right there, Now it can make a short sound, and that would say hudge, hudge. Okay, your word is go bodge. Go bodge. G-O-B-A-J. Go bodge. And then put it in the Q&A for me. Well done. Go bodge. Go bodge. Ah. What is the most common way to spell ah? The letter you use does say ah sometimes, but what's the most common way to spell ah? What's that letter that says ah usually? Go bodge. Good, good, good. Go bodge. Go bodge. There we go. Okay. So our consonants, we always spell the consonants first. G, O, B, ah is a short vowel sound because it doesn't say its name. And when you're spelling the J sound, after a short vowel, you spell it D, G, E. That's our spelling hack for the day. Vowels, O. Can an O say its name here? Yes, because there's a vowel 1 or 2 doors down. Ah. We always use the most common spellings first. O is the most common spelling for the O sound. So you don't need an OA, you don't need an OW, you don't need an OE. A single O will work if there's another vowel 1 or 2 doors down. That's all you need. Ah. The most common spelling for the ah sound is O. Can an O say ah right here? Yes, because there's not a vowel there or there. So it can make it short sound. That one can make it short sound. That one can make its long sound because there's not 2 consonants, because there is 2 consonants after it. With me? Try this one. Together. Frudge. Frudge. F-r-u-d-g. Consonants. F-r-u is a short vowel, and I know that j after a short vowel is spelled D-G-E. J after a short vowel is spelled D-G-E. J after a short vowel is spelled D-G-E. And here's that short vowel The most common spelling for is a simple U. And it can say right here just fine because of the tap 2 rule. Your word is spedge. 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 You guys are good spellers. Nice, Mason. Good anonymous attendee. Anonymous attendee, if you can see those 3 little dots next to your name, see if you can click on that and put your name in there so that I can see who I'm talking to. Spedge. Hunter, I need the spedge. Spedge. Try again and you'll have it. Good, Elliot and Emmy. Nice, Piper. Good, Allie. Nice, Nimanshi. Good. There you go, Hunter. Nice. Got it, Ben. Good, Riker. Jack, give me an like elephant, exit, empty, excited. Give me an and you'll have it. Good, Morgan. Nice, Carolyn. Okay, spedge. Consonants. J after a short vowel is spelled D-G-E. J after a short vowel is spelled D-G-E. And here's our Most common spelling is E. There's 2 consonants after it, so it can make it short sound just fine. Spedge. Next. Our word is brellage. Brellage. We have B-R-E-L-I-J. Brellage. Consonants. B-R-E-L-I-J. After a short vowel is spelled D-G-E. I is a short vowel because it doesn't say its name. Okay, now this one's kind of has a little extra, this word has a little extra opportunity to use a pattern that we haven't used in a little while. So make sure that you pay attention to this word so that you can spell the next word. Is a short vowel, brelage, and short vowels require two consonants after them. If there's not two, what do? We make two. Now that E is nice and happy and it can say in that spot. If we didn't double that L, then that E would have to say E, because now there's a vowel 1 or 2 doors away, and that would say breelage. I don't want breelage, I want bre, So if that is short, that needs to be doubled. I is spelled with an I, which can make it short sound right there just fine because there are already two consonants after it. Brelage. Okay, remember that pattern and you spell the word grimmage. Grimmage. G-r-i-m-i-j. Grimmage. Grimmage. Mason, how can you make that first I make it short sound? I don't want to give you too big of a hint because I know you can figure it out. I know you can do it. Right now, that first I is making its long sound. How can you make it short sound? Good, Ben. Nice, Hunter. Grimmage. Nice, Nima. Sheath. Yeah. Good, Mason. I knew you could do it. Grimmage. Piper, let me say it better. Grimmage. Grimmage. Elliot and Emmy, the first vowel sound you hear is an I, like itchy, include, inside, I. Grimmage. Good, Allie. Nice, Mason. Good, Alyssa. Morgan, the second vowel sound is an I. They're both is. I. Good, Riker. Okay, you guys are doing great. Good, Carolyn. Consonants. G, I, I, j after a short vowel is spelled DGE. I. In order for this I to make it short sound, there has to be two consonants after it. If there's not two, make two. Now it can say I. If we didn't add that N, it would say grimage. Now that I would make its long sound. In order for it to make it short sound, we have to add another M. And this I can say I right here just fine because there are already two consonants after it. There's grimmage. Well done, you guys. All right, I'm gonna send you, yeah, I think once you know this rule, remembering this pattern, and remembering this pattern. So this A gets to say A because there's already a vowel 1 or 2 doors down. We didn't have to double the T because that's long. We do have to double the L because that's short. Remember that. 1 consonant after a long vowel, 2 consonants after a short vowel for this next word. Your word is sailage. Now don't spell say like this. I know you know how to spell the word say, but that's the word say, not the portion of a word. Things are spelled differently in side words than they are when they're by themselves. Sailage. Sailage. S-A-O-E-J. Sailage. You're welcome. Sailage. Gorgeous, Ben. Nice, Niman Sheath. Mason, give me an like exit or elephant. I know that one's kind of hard for me to say in the mic really clear. Say ledge. Hunter, it's Yeah. Sailage. Good. Elliot and Emmy. Nice. Melanie. Sailage. Oh, close. Close. Good, Ellie. Okay. All right. So consonants in sailage. We have S, A, L, E, J. After a short vowel is spelled D, G, E. Now, why can't we spell say like that? It's because there's no reason for that Y. AY comes at the end of words, not in the middle. So we have say, way, play, today. AY is at the end. okay? A is for the middle of words. You also can use an AI for the middle of words, but you don't need to if a single vowel will work. You always try a single vowel first, and if it works, stop, you're done. And this one will work just fine to make its long sound right here. It can say its name because there's a vowel 1 or 2 doors down, so you don't need an I. And A will work just fine. You always do the most common, simplest one first, and if it works, stop, you're done. Is spelled with an E, which makes it short sound there, just fine. There's sailage, sailage. All right, do you want a little bit of a harder one? Okay, all right, a little bit of a harder one. How about this? Hessimpatch, sim, patch, hessimpatch, 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 hessimpatch. My mouth is closed right here. My mouth is closed right here. Hessimpatch. There you go. Is short. How are you going to make this short? What do you have to do right here to make sure that's short? Hessimpatch. So far, only one person has got this. You said you wanted a hard one. I know you like the hard ones, and it's okay if you don't get it right, right? Yes, it's okay if you don't get it perfect because you got a lot of sounds correct. Nobody gets everything perfect in life. Nobody does. Nobody gets everything perfect. But you're going to spell a lot of sounds correctly, and that's beautiful progress. Good, Niman, she. There we go. Okay, now I'm getting some better. Some people change their minds. Okay, Hessimpatch. Consonants. S, I, P. A is short, so J after a short sound is spelled DGE. We're going to use a short E to spell the S sound. But in order for that to make its short sound, it doesn't say its name, so it's short. You need to double the S. Okay, this was the part that most people missed at the beginning. I can make its short sound right here just fine. There are 2 consonants after it, plus I in the middle syllable gets to make its short sound anyway. And then A. We're going to use a single A to make its short sound with those 2 consonants after it. It's perfect. There is Hessimpatch. Now, if you didn't get it perfect, I bet you got a lot of sounds correct, and that's beautiful. Last one. Gay-ten. There's an in the middle. Gay-ten pidge. Gay-ten pidge. Gay-ten pidge. Gay-ten pidge. Gay-ten pidge. Nice, Ben. Gay-ten pidge. Oh, gorgeous, Hunter. Gay-ten pidge. Gorgeous. Yes, Mason. Good, Ben. How are you guys such fast learners? Gay-ten pidge. Good, Nimat and Sheath. Yes, Piper. Gay-ten. Gorgeous, Jack. Look at that. Look at that beautiful spelling. Nice, Riker. Gay-ten pidge. Holy smokes, you guys are brilliant. Okay, consonants. G, A, T, E, N, P, I, J. After a short vowel is spelled D-G-E. You got that now, don't you? Well done. So A can make its long sound right here just fine because there's another vowel 1 or 2 doors down. You don't have to double the T, otherwise it would say ga-ten pidge. But we want A, so it's perfect. E is spelled with a short E. 2 consonants makes it short. I is spelled with a short I. 2 consonant makes it short. Gay-ten pidge. Give yourselves a high five. Give yourselves a pat on the back. You're doing amazing. I'm kind of blown away here because gay 10 page is a hard word. Nobody knows how to spell it, but you guys do. You not only know what all the vowels are, but you also know that it has to have a DGE at the end. Almost nobody knows about DGE for spelling. They just kind of memorize that it goes in certain words. But now you know why it goes in certain words. It's to keep that vowel before it short. You have to put that D in there so that there's two consonants after it. So DGE, the longer way to spell the J sound, goes after a short vowel. You know that because you came today. And that knowledge is now yours to keep forever for all the words that you're ever going to spell that have a J sound at the end. Well done, congratulations. You're amazing. I'm not just saying that, you really are. Have a great rest of your night. We'll see you Wednesday. Bye, everybody.